Makwan Amirkhani is one of European MMA's more exciting fighters. Born to an Iranian-Kurdish family who was forced to flee to Finland by the Iran-Iraq War, Amirkhani showed early talent in amateur wrestling before transitioning into MMA. He compiled an excellent professional record of 10-2 on the European scene, with 8 submission finishes in the first round. The highlight being an impressive anaconda choke submission of the well-regarded Tom Duquesnoy. This attracted the attention of the UFC, who signed him in late 2014. In his promotional debut, he made quite the impression with an 8-second flying knee knockout of Andy Ogle at UFC on Fox 14. He continued to show great promise over the coming years, moving to 6-3 in the UFC Featherweight division, including wins over Mike Wilkinson, Jason Knight, and Chris Fishgold. With the defeats coming at the hands of Arnold Allen, Shane Burgos, and Edson Barboza though, all household names among devoted MMA fans, many continue to believe that he was still capable of making a run up the rankings. Unfortunately, things haven't looked as good over the last few years for Mr. Finland, going 1-3 since the start of 2021, including a unanimous decision loss to late replacement Kamwela Kirk at UFC Fight Night 189. Noted MMA analyst Jack Slack has also repeatedly called into question Amirkhani's cardio, specifically his ability to manage it intelligently for more than one round. Now 34, in a division where fighters struggle to age gracefully, Amirkhani faces the highly regarded Welsh prospect Jack Shore at UFC 286 in London. Shore will be looking to rebound from the first loss of his career, a second-round arm triangle at the hands of Ricky Simon, and many will fancy his chances. Sometimes referred to as the Welsh GSP by Michael Bisping, among others, he's a well-rounded mixed martial artist with a 16-1 record that contains victories over Vaughn Lee, Hunter Azur, and Timur Valiev. There are still a couple of factors that make the fight compelling, though. First, this'll be Shore's featherweight debut, having previously competed at bantamweight throughout his UFC tenure. This suggests that Amirkhani will have the size advantage that often favors fighters with a grappling-centric style like his. And second is the finishing instinct that Makwan possesses. With 14 of his 17 pro wins coming by way of stoppage, Shore will need to be cautious, especially if he chooses to shoot for takedowns, as Amirkhani's front headlock game is excellent. 1 guillotine and 5 anaconda choke finishes to his name, including one in his most recent victory over Mike Grundy at UFC Fight Night 204, Volkov vs. Aspinall last year, are proof that an intelligent fighter doesn't let Mr. Finland anywhere near their neck.